Hello and welcome to today's Kickstart virtual PE lesson. I am Mr Jagne and our unit we are focusing on is game skills. Now before we start, I want you to just make sure you've got enough space around you wherever you are. If you've got any hard furnishings or anything, make sure you move them out of the way. Now the equipment you're going to need for this session, you are going to need a ball of socks. You're going to need a shoe, a trainer, a flip-flop or a slipper, which is going to be used to hit your object, and you are also going to need a box to hit your object into. This is session 3 and our focus for today's session is to keep it up. Now, our objectives and outcomes are to be able to keep control of your object and to be able to keep your object consistently in the air. So, for our warm-up today, we are going to do a game of traffic lights. Now, when I say green, you are to run on the spot as quick as you can. Okay, if I say amber, you're going to slowly jog on the spot. And when I say red, you are to freeze like a statue. Okay, so we will start off with a green, nice and quick, on your toes. Red. And amber, slow jog. Red. Amber. Red. And green. And red. And amber. And green. And red. Very good. Well done. Okay, so for activity 1 today, you're just going to need your ball of socks, and all you're going to do, you're going to attempt to keep your ball of socks up in the air by hitting it with your hand, okay? You want your hand nice and flat, and you're just going to try and keep it up for as long as you can. Okay, I want you to count to see how many times you can keep it up, and let's see who can get the highest score. So for our second activity, you're going to need a ball of socks and a trainer, slipper, flip-flop, whatever you have got lying around. Now, we are going to attempt to keep your sock or your ball up in the air for as long as you can, okay? You're going to be hitting it up, using control for as long as you can, okay? Now, you can change to your weaker hand after you've done the first one for about 3 minutes, alright? And then just change to your other hand. So, for our activity 3, you are going to need a shoe or slipper, whatever you've got your hands on, a ball of socks and a box. Okay? Now, you're going to attempt to hit your socks or your ball into the box by using your slipper, shoe, whatever you have. Okay? You should start about 3 steps away. Alright? Start with your strongest hand and just attempt to get it into the box. Okay? Do that for about 3 minutes. Then I want you to change hands using your weaker hand, and if you want to progress it even further, you can start off right up next to the box and take a step back every time you get it in. Off you go. So we are now coming to the end of the session. We are going to do the cool down now. Okay, we're going to focus on some static stretches and some slow movements. We're going to work our way down from our head to our toes. So can you start just by rotating your head? Okay, continue that. Then you're going to move to rolling your shoulders backwards. Once you've done that a couple of times, then rotate it the other way to rolling forwards. Once you've done that, we're going to move on to arms, rotating forwards, rotating backwards. Okay, now you're going to slowly move down, touch your toes, keeping your legs straight, not bouncing, staying as still as you can, trying to touch your toes, and you're going to slowly bring it back up and go into a stretch on your tiptoes, reaching for the sky. And we're going to go into a slow jog. Okay, now you can repeat these exercises if you want to continue. I would suggest you do each exercise for at least 30 seconds and then you can repeat them and maybe do them a couple more times afterwards. So we've come to the end of our session today. Now, all I want you to do, just take a couple of minutes having a think or having a discussion with your parents or your guardian and just see if you think you have achieved our objectives for today. Now, our objectives were to be able to keep control of your object and to be able to keep your object consistently in the air. Thank you for taking part in today's virtual Kickstart P lesson. I have been Mr. Jagne and I hope to see you again. I hope you've enjoyed it. See you later.